Good morning, girlfriends with morning coffee. I want to talk today about food, all right? Food and the concept of self-love. So this is one place in our life when we have issues with self-love that you're going to see it show up, and that's in your relationship with food. So sometimes we use food as a way to punish ourselves, to be very strict, to eliminate things. We use languaging like, I was really bad today. I was so bad at dinner. Or I was good today. So we use languaging around judging ourselves with how we ate. When you have a good, solid sense of self-love, you're going to want to naturally eat the things that serve your body, eat the things that make your body feel good, and you're not going to worry about overdoing the things that make you emotionally feel good, right? You're not going to worry about overdoing foods that you want to cut out because you're just going to enjoy them just enough to enjoy them and not worry that you're going to become bad and overdo it and break these rules that you have around yourself. There's certain foods that aren't great to eat. And when you love yourself, you're naturally going to want to leave those out. Just as if you were feeding your child or a pet or an elderly person that you were in charge of that you loved, you don't want to give them things that you know are bad for them. You won't want to do that for your body either. You will naturally want to have what's right for you. Another way that food will be impacted by the level of self-love that you have is if you use food to fill a hole that's in you, an emotional hole, because you don't have enough love in your life. So when we are in a relationship where we're not getting love the way we would want to or need to, or we don't have a relationship, whatever, if your own self-love is there, it should never matter what someone else is doing because you have enough of your own self-love, right? Like you're generating love for yourself, by yourself. When that's not happening, and then we're waiting for it from people around us, and that's not happening, we fill that hole oftentimes with food, sometimes with other things as well, but definitely food can be a place. And that's another reason why you get scared that if you just eat a little bit of something, it's going to become a big problem because it's going to start to fill. Some foods will trigger emotions. But if you have enough self-love for yourself, that doesn't happen. Another way that your relationship with yourself will show up around food is when you're around other people. And maybe you've decided to eat a particular way. Maybe there's foods that you're leaving out for some reason. And you go to somebody's house and they made food. And you feel bad because it has stuff in it that you would not want to eat. So you eat it rather than make them feel bad. Which, by the way, if they're your friend and you said, oh, I'm just going to have some of this or not that, or oh my God, that looks delicious, but I can't have that right now, or I'm not eating that right now, they should understand. And if they don't, that's on them. So you worrying about how they feel is a self-love issue for you. Or if you go to an event or you're around other people, you don't want other people to see, so you just eat stuff. And then over and over and over again, you're like, well, I'm trying to eat a particular way, but every time I'm with other people, I can't. That's because you're not honoring yourself because of your own self-love. And everybody else's issues are more important. If you have health conditions, gut issues, autoimmune issues, we know, I don't know if you know this, but I know as a functional health practitioner, chronic stress is the number one cause of those issues. So if you've neglected yourself, if you've been under stress, if you have things like I need to be perfect all the time, I need to do everything for everyone else, and those are self-love issues, that puts your body under chronic stress, and that is a main contributor to chronic health issues, okay, like autoimmunity or gut health. So the years of neglect you may now be trying to undo with a very strict elimination diet or autoimmune diet that you have to follow because damage has happened in your body. But again, that damage has happened and now you're on this path because of your self-love issues. And I'm here to tell you, because I've done it and lived it, and because of the work that I do now with clients, if you don't address the self-love issues, the elimination diets and the gut healing diets are not going to hold. They're not. What happens is more and more foods become a problem. You've got to address the stress of the thoughts that you have, of the need to be perfect, of the, the filling yourself with other things because you don't have the self-love. Okay? That's my morning coffee for today. If you have food issues, if you've had them in the past and you feel like dropping a comment, I would love to read it and to hear what's going on in your life. I'll see you on the next coffee conversation.